Clive Staples Lewis, 1898–1963, was one of the intellectual giants of the 20th century and arguably one of the most influential writers of his day. His work has profoundly affected readers for generations, inspiring both awe and outrage, but never indifference. He has been compared to such literary figures as Plato, Dante, Shakespeare, Milton, Bunyan and Tolstoy. G.K. Chesterton cited him as the only man who ever succeeded in blowing up Western civilization. Lewis's first book on theology was published in 1931 when he was a mere 33 years old. It immediately became a classic text at both Oxford and Cambridge universities. Here are some famous quotes from Clive Staples Lewis. Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important. God cannot give us a happiness and peace apart from himself, because it is not there. There is no such thing. I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else. If you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth, only soft soap and wishful thinking to begin, and in the end, despair. If I find in myself a desire which no experience in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that I was made for another world. The world has long been searching for something to worship. It has finally found it in science. Look for yourself, and you will find in the long run only hatred, loneliness, despair, rage, ruin, and decay. But look for Christ, and you will find him, and with him everything else thrown in. The safest road to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings, without milestones, without signposts. When Christ died, he died for you individually just as much as if you'd been the only man in the world. Failures, repeated failures, are fingerposts on the road to achievement. One fails forward toward success. Courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point. There are two kinds of people, those who say to God, "Thy will be done," and those to whom God says, "All right, then, have it your way." We all want progress, but if you're on the wrong road, progress means doing an about-turn and walking back to the right road. In that case, the man who turns back soonest is the most progressive. Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art. It has no survival value, rather it is one of those things that give value to survival. Friendship is born at the moment when one man says to another, "What? You too? I thought that no one but myself." Miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some of us to see. A young man who wishes to remain a sound atheist cannot be too careful of his reading. Humans are amphibians, half spirit and half animal. As spirits they belong to the eternal world, but as animals they inhabit time. Always try to use the language so as to make quite clear what you mean and make sure your sentence couldn't mean anything else. This is one of the miracles of love. It gives a power of seeing through its own enchantments and yet not being disenchanted.